Hola, peoples. Good morning. It's a little later. Well, it's 8:17 a.m. this morning on whatever day it is, January 7th, 2021. Uh, I'm tired. I don't know why. I went to bed early. I think because I'm sore. I started my exercise routine this week, and yesterday was my rest day. The day before was leg day. And day two is usually when you really feel it. Like if you're gonna get when you're sore, like you really feel it day two. Yesterday I felt like, oh my god, I'm sore. But today I'm like, oh, there it is. So maybe that's why I'm a little more tired. But anywho, we're going to continue our discussion on banishing, and I'm going to share with you as well. Well, hello, Tori and Tina. Welcome. I'm doing well. I'm just a little tired, but that will go away. I miss coffee. I haven't had coffee since like September. Um, yeah. So we're going to continue our discussion with banishing, and I did not even know what to name this because the brain was not working. But basically, we're going to create a banishing tool that you can utilize in your magic. So anytime you're, this is like, sorry, anytime anytime you do banishing work, you can bring this bitch out, right? You can bring this tool out. Super fun, super simple, super easy to customize to your own liking. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. When I can formulate some sort of response. Well, hello, Stella Jean. Hello, Pamela, Estelle, Kathy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, it's going to be fun. And I'll tell you how to customize it yourself as well. But basically, you're making your own damn noisemaker, and it makes me think of maracas. Every time, like my great grandma would come from Mexico, she would bring some, and so it makes me think of like maracas. It makes me think of noisemakers, or making your own little drums. Like, you're in grade school and they had you get like paper plates, like two paper plates, and fill it with like beans or like rice, or beans and rice, y'all, or anything that would like rattle, and then they would staple it, the edges together, and they put like a popsicle stick at the center and make sure it's like really sealed, and so you make a little noisemaker. So that's like one like very simple way to do it, and that's fun. That's super fun. You can even make this with your children, for those of you who do have children, or nieces, nephews, or whoever, the kitty cat. You can make this, and you can program it to banish nightmares. You can program it to banish like the boogeyman, or banish like the any sort of like the monsters, which not monsters, because monsters are real. But you can program it and have fun with it, and make it something special. Well, hello, Chloe. Welcome. So, obviously, that's what we're going to be talking about this morning, is making a freaking noisemaker, a magical banishing tool. And you can make it temporary if you want. That's fine. You can use a mason jar. If you're using a mason jar, you kind of have to be careful with what you place in it, because if you're shaking that bitch up, you don't want to break some shit. So just be careful what you put in it, or be aware of how rough you are when you're shaking it. Again, it's just a banishing tool, so you can get creative, whatever you want to do, but you're making noise with it, because every time like you shake it, you hear it. You hear. Every time you shake, you're going to program it for that energy to be activated. And so it's going to put you in that space of banishing and releasing and casting out. Okay. And y'all, from the other day, my little cashew container, you can do that as well. You can make it, and you can design it you can design it. I'm no Martha Stewart, y'all. We're not having crafting corner today, but you can design it however you want. So you can put like you can just glue papers on here or anything that represents like banishing to you. You can put sigils that express banishing as well. You can draw symbols. Like if you have like a if you connect with any sort of like spirit animal or animal, insect, whatever, if you any sort of like symbol that you connect with that represents banishing or chasing out, you can do this. If you're making like a specific like a temporary one and for a specific purpose, if and again if this is for a specific person, you could put something like y'all my dad's mom uh hates, absolutely hates like frogs and snakes, like hates, like she is terrified of them. And so if I wanted to get rid of that bitch, like I could put like frogs and snakes on here and, like, haha, I'm banish because, again, I'm banishing that specific type of energy. And I know for if I wanted to banish her, I know that is, that repels her. Does that make sense? And so if that were the case, as also in here, I could put like snake sheds, right? And this is gonna be gross, okay? This is gonna be gross. I could also put like dried frogs in here, and I'm not going out killing frogs myself, but I don't know if it's just around here, but we find like I think frogs that get run over. So I find like squished frogs ever so often on the road. Um, I know that's kind of gross, but hey, putting it to use. I'm not going to go out and kill a frog myself. That's not. I don't support that. But if I find a dried frog, which you do sometimes, that's a possible thing. Does that make sense? So you could do that if you're trying to banish a bitch. Use what you know. Use what you know. Their fear factor is, and you can do that. And so herbs and such that you would want to use for this. I really like patchouli in banishing. I know some people hate patchouli, but that's kind of the point. I mean, patchouli for me is like really great in banishing as also. But it's you're also working with the mentality that a lot of people have with patchouli, because so many people, it's like a love or hate. It's a love or hate, and you have this sort of like this is intense energy associated with patchouli. All the people who are disgusted by it, all the people who are just grossed out. All of that energy is so intense that you can work with it to help banish. So I would add I would add some patchouli to my container, right? I would add some patchouli to my container and focus on the banishing, focus on the chasing, the casting out, focus on the releasing, okay? And that's what I would do with the patchouli. Licorice root is really good. Licorice root is really good. Well, happy birthday, Jamie. Welcome. Happy birthday. I'm not going to sing because the bitch can't sing, so no, and it's too early. It's too early. But happy birthday. Um, so licorice root is really good. I like licorice root to complement the other banishing ingredients because licorice root is really good at like commanding and having control over. And so, like we talked last night, you kind of have to have this sort of mentality where you are in charge because you are. It's your life, and so you're in charge. And so licorice root helps you have that sort of commanding presence where you are banishing. So get out. This is my space. Get out, be gone. That's it. And so I like to complement the other banishing ingredients with licorice root. Okay, so patchouli, licorice root, black pepper is really good, and sort of like repelling. It makes me think of like when you sniff, like, oops, I sniffed some black pepper. Not like I'm doing some lines of black pepper because ew. it's you open the thing of black pepper and you kind of get a whiff and it's like, oh, you sneeze, so it's casting out, it's expelling something, right? And so that's why I add black pepper. I add black pepper to the mix. I also add salt. You can work with salt. You don't have to add everything, or you can, up to you. Salt is a really good one. Salt is really great for protection. Salt is really great at, expressing your boundaries. Salt is really great at, affirming your energy and saying, no, again, this is what I want in my life and this is what I don't want in my life. And salt is a really great one to help affirm those boundaries. So making this tool, with salt, yes. And then devil's shoestrings I really like in this mixture too. So I will also add, again, this is up to you. I have like something right here, like a little hair just poking my lip, and it's annoying. So this is up to you. Add some noise makers. So you could do dried beans, you can do dried rice, right? You can pretty much do whatever you want, but anything that's going to, like, when you shake, it makes noise. Okay, so that's what you want. Sometimes, like, I will add some essential oils, like I'll add patchouli essential oil, maybe licorice oil, black pepper essential oil. I'll add some of the dry stuff, obviously, but I will also add some essential oils, especially like if I'm using like rice. I like to prepare the rice mixture, several days before, and I'll add the dry ingredients, but I'll add a few drops of essential oils of some of the ingredients, and I'll mix it in the rice just to give it that intensity, right? Just to give it that intensity, and I'll let it, dry out, and then I'll put it in my container. Another little, let me see, another thing you can do is, if you take meds, we have these, right? And then you can put them in here, tiny little container, but really great for banishing. And you can take your little sticker, your pharmacy sticker off. And again, you can design it the way you see fit. You can add different sigils on the container and then put your ingredients inside here. And then, shake, boom, 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 shake, 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 like that. And you are programming it to banish and release, and you're programming it to cast out. Well, good morning, Leia, Leah, sorry, Diane, Angela, Angie, welcome. So you're programming it to cast out. And so again, you can put your sigils, anything, get creative. You're the witch, you're fun. So you can do anything. Another thing, which is fun to do at times, if this is more so geared towards something specific, if you know a person who like absolutely hates like a song or a word, you can take a piece of paper and write the lyrics to that song on a piece of paper. So you could write their name, the person's name, on a piece of paper, and then across it, write the lyrics to the song. Okay. And then you want to fold the paper outward. You want to fold it away from you because you're casting that out. You're sending them away. And then put that in your little container with your other stuff and shake, shake, shake. There you go. If it's a specific person, if it's not, then you wouldn't do that. But there's a lot of different things you can do. There's a lot of different creative ways to work this. And basically, when you're charging it, you want to connect with your ancestors, your spirits, your allies, your guides, your gods, whoever that you connect with when you're doing your work. I'm not going to tell you how to do your work. It is entirely up to you to cultivate your own practice and find out what works for you, whatever tradition you're in, or whatever, whatever works for you. But connect with and have a relationship with source energy, however you view it. And the entire time you're you like it, you're making it, you're focusing on banishing, you're focusing on releasing. So if you want to come up with like a little chant or affirmation, for banishing, you can, and just repeat that as you're connecting with that vibration the entire time you're doing this, and you're saying thank you so much for aiding me in this work. And if you want as well, you can charge this on your altar for a while. You can charge this on your altar, and you can utilize quartz. Clear quartz is really great. Do I have any? I don't have any. Oh, I do. Look, clear quartz is really great for just, amplifying the power of something. Oh, that needs to be dusted. I just cleaned this too. Clear quartz is great for amplifying the power of things and intensifying, enhancing things. So clear quartz could be really good at giving more power, activating the work that you're doing. You can use whatever you want. I honestly wouldn't be utilizing a lot of rose quartz in the banishing work, just because rose quartz has a softer type of experience. You can add it if it's not the dominant crystal, dominant energy. If you are seeking to banish something that is aligned with rose quartz, you could add it as like a sort of supplement to the dominant influence if you wanted, but I wouldn't use a lot. That's just me. I wouldn't use a lot of rose quartz in banishing. So any questions, any thoughts, any ideas? But basically, this is a banishing tool. So you can make it temporary if you want, or you can make it something that's a little more permanent with your little mason jar and shaking it. And so anytime, like, if you make a general banishing tool, then you can add the different ingredients there. You can add the different essential oils or whatever, the curios that you want. Add all of that. I hear someone. Add all of that into your container, and activate it. Communicate with your spirits. Do your magic the way you do your magic. And anytime you banish, bring it out, and the more that you work with it, the more potent it becomes, right? And so this could even be really good at when you're cleansing, if you're smoke cleansing, smudging, depending on your practice and what you're able to do. So smudging, smoke cleansing, anything, bring it out. And as you're using like palo santo or sage or frankincense and myrrh, as you whatever, what cedar, whatever you're using, you can shake that bitch up and then start, running that shit out. Cleanse. There you go. Shake, shake, shake. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. Boom. Right? Makes sense? Super simple, super fun. Because it's crafty, and then you have something to work with, and then store it away, store it in your little cupboard or whatever, put it somewhere safe to bring out whenever you need it. Again, super fun. And like I said, this could be a really fun project with your kids or younger little daemons. So your nieces, nephews, whatever. Because it will help them to get crafty. It will help them to focus their visualization. It will help them to know, like, oh, this is a cool little tool. We can chase the monsters away, right? So, yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment. But I just wanted to get on here this morning and share a really fun and simple, honestly, it's simple, banishing tool that you can create for yourself by, again, using like a mason jar or like an empty like nut jar, cashews, or even like if you have medication, if you have the little thingies right here, or again, like I said in the beginning of this video, you get the two like cheap paper plates, and you fill it, and you can staple it together, right? Make a little noise maker out of that, and then that's cool because then you can write on the inside of it. You can write on the inside of it what you want, your intentions for banishing, anything specific, and then you can cover on the outside. You can design it the way you see fit. Okay. So, very simple. And if you're watching a recording of this, or if you have questions later on, feel free to comment. Feel free to let me know, and I'll be happy to respond. I'll be happy to clear anything up. But again, make this your own. Have fun with it. Have fun with it, and be inspired by the simple nature of what this is, and let it empower your life. It's fun to have a little noisemaker that is magical, right? I used to make I used to use magic dust for my kids at bedtime. It was made with glitter and a little spell. Oh, cute. Awesome. I love it. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much for showing up. I'm going to go get my workout on. So thank you again. I appreciate each and every one of you. And just know you have, today is the 7th, so you have until the 9th to pre-order the Deviant Grimoire. After the 9th, that bitch is dead. Like, we are laying it to rest, and I get to focus on new projects. But I wanted to make sure that everyone had the ability to experience it one last time for those who missed out. So the Deviant Grimoire will no longer be available after the 9th. So pre-order now, and on the 11th is when I'll be placing my bulk order. And then, we have a group set up specifically for pre-orders and people who have the book. So let me know. Okay. And then message me with your questions. If you have any suggestions for future public videos, you want me to talk about something specific, feel free to comment, let me know, and we'll add it to the list. Okay. So have a blessed day, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is. Be blessed. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you later this afternoon, evening. Blessed be.